Your cat's midnight zoomies are not random. In fact, they may be revealing something about your cat that most owners never notice. Here's the strange part. If zoomies were only about burning off energy, every cat would do them the same way. But they don't. Some cats race through the house the moment their owner gets home. Some do it right before bed. Others run the exact same route, night after night. Why? What makes one cat sprint after dinner, while another waits until 2 in the morning? The answer isn't just energy. It may be hiding in thousands of years of instinct, and in something your cat feels every time they look around this house. Once you see it, you'll never look at your cat's midnight races the same way again. Watch closely, because this happens in less than 2 seconds. One moment. Your cat is asleep. Their breathing is slow. Their eyes are half closed. Then, one ear twitches. The pupils widen. They freeze. And without warning, they're gone. What most owners don't realize is that these two versions of the same cat aren't as different as they appear. Because your cat isn't becoming random. They're becoming something older, something instinctive. For a few seconds, the polite house cat disappears, and the wild hunter comes out. Here's the strange part. You see a hallway, a couch, a staircase. Your cat sees something else entirely. A world layered in scent, markers and signals only they can detect. Every doorway, every corner, information you'll never notice. And that changes what the same route every night really means. Every night, something remarkable happens inside your cat. While you're preparing for sleep, ancient instincts begin waking up. Cats evolved to hunt around dawn and dusk, when prey was easiest to catch. Even now, your cat's body remembers. So while you're winding down, your cat's instincts may be gearing up. Your living room becomes a hunting ground. Your hallway becomes a pursuit path. Your furniture becomes obstacles to navigate. For a few minutes, your cat isn't thinking like a pet anymore. They're thinking like a hunter. Here's how seriously their body takes it. Cats can reach speeds close to 30 miles an hour in short bursts. Imagine that kind of power launching off the back of your sofa at 2 in the morning. Inside your home, they obviously never get there, but their bodies are still built for that kind of explosive acceleration. Inside your home, your cat can let those hunting instincts take over, because they aren't constantly worrying about danger. And if hunting instincts were the whole story, every cat would zoomie the same way. And they don't. Which means something else is happening. But hunting isn't the only trigger. Sometimes, those same instincts aren't set off by the time of day. They're triggered by a moment that's much more personal. The moment you walk through the front door. Many owners notice something interesting. Their cat waits quietly, almost doing nothing, for hours. Then suddenly, the front door opens. And within minutes, the zoomies begin. That's because excitement doesn't always look like jumping into your arms. For many cats, it looks like movement, fast movement. Some behavior experts think this may be one way cats release built-up anticipation, after waiting for something that matters to them. That doesn't prove every zoomie is emotional, but it suggests something interesting. Not chaos, celebration. But celebration alone still doesn't explain why every cat has its own pattern. That's not the whole message either. If zoomies aren't always about energy, what are they really about? Watch your cat carefully the next time they zoom. Most cats don't run randomly. They run familiar paths, the same hallway, the same corners, the same rooms. Again and again, almost like they're revisiting something. Because they are. Remember that world of scent we talked about. Every lap through the hallway takes them back through familiar scents they've already mapped into their world. But this still doesn't explain the biggest mystery. Why do zoomies only happen when a cat feels a certain way? Because feeling safe isn't just emotional. It's physical. Here's something most owners never expect. Ironically, the cats that feel safest often have the most dramatic zoomies. Which means if your cat's zoomies are wild, loud, completely over the top, that's not a red flag. It may be one of the clearest signs they're comfortable enough to express those natural behaviors. Think about this. A frightened cat rarely gets the zoomies. A stressed cat spends more time hiding, watching, protecting itself. Zoomies require something different. Your cat is running full speed through open spaces, making noise, taking risks, doing things they'd never do if they believed danger was near. That hunter we talked about earlier, the one that appears during zoomies. Here's the fascinating part. It only comes out when your cat feels safe enough to let it. In the wild, every move is a risk, and every sprint has to count. But inside your home, those rules disappear. Which means your cat can do something they rarely get to do in nature. They can express those ancient instincts in a place that's far safer than the wild. Here's something you can test tonight. Most cats don't slow down gradually when a zoomie ends. They stop suddenly, almost like someone flipped a switch, and often go straight into grooming or lying down. Not a gradual cool down like a human workout. A hard stop. Watch for it, it happens almost every time. And that's why the zoomies matter. They're not escaping your home. They're behaving as if your home is the safest place they know. It's easy to see the zoomies as a kind of celebration, a moment when a cat can express natural instincts in an environment where they feel secure. Let that sink in, because it changes everything. The zoomies, the chasing, the racing, the sudden bursts of energy. They may be one of the clearest signs that your cat feels secure in their environment. And in many cases, that environment includes you. Quick note before we wrap up. Most zoomies are completely normal. Instinct, excitement, confidence, connection. But if your cat's zoomies suddenly change, become more frequent, more intense, or start showing up with hiding, appetite changes, or litter box issues, that shift is worth mentioning to your vet. Cats rarely tell us something's wrong with words. They tell us with behavior. So the next time your cat suddenly tears through the house at 2 a.m., don't assume you're watching chaos. You may be watching one of the rare moments when your cat stops being cautious, stops being mysterious. The reason they get zoomies may be the same reason they sleep near you. The same reason they wait by the door. The same reason they follow you into rooms. They've decided this place is safe. And they've decided you're part of it. They can simply do what cats have done for thousands of years, in a place where they feel secure enough to do it. Different cats show that comfort in different ways. Some curl up beside you. Some wait at the door. Some follow you from room to room. And some tear through the hallway at 2 in the morning. Different behaviors. The same feeling of safety. Every cat seems to have its own zoomie routine. Does yours sprint after dinner? Before bed? Or at exactly the same time every night? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious whether cats around the world follow the same patterns, and I'll be reading every comment to find out. And if this video changed the way you see those midnight races, share it with another cat owner who thinks their cat is just being crazy.